Your starter, I think the first half of SEC play, your starters were giving you really good innings, working 5+ innings. It hasn't been quite the same way the last few weeks. Is there any concern on that front that they're not working deeper into games?
Yeah, I mean, you're always concerned about it, but they feel good. I think it's just a matter of going out and doing it. I think that throughout the season, a lot of times it'll happen earlier. For us, it might just happen a week or two later. Hopefully those guys will go out and have a good outing this week. They don't feel tired. Their bullpens are good. It's just about getting it done in the game like they did earlier.
How much has the emergence of guys like Zach Morris and Will McIntyre maybe helped in that regard?
Oh, big time. We told them 4 or 5 weeks ago, we need a couple more arms. We need a couple more guys to step it up, at least to be a bullpen piece or even a Tuesday starter, which McIntyre ended up being there for a while. And then we've actually, said that about offensively. We need a guy or two to step it up. And, we've gotten a little bit more out of Borfin. He's got some really big hits. And then Diggs, it's not like it's been on fire for 3 weeks straight, but they've come through with some big hits for us, giving us a little bit of depth. And I think you can throw Leach into that. I think he's swinging the bat really well right-handed. It's just a matter of going out and doing it on the weekend now.
Christina?
I know we've talked a lot about Brady Tiger's kind of confidence and mentality and that kind of aspect of who he is as a pitcher, but how rare is that among pitchers, especially freshmen?
It's pretty rare. A lot of times they might have the stuff, but mentally they panic a little bit. And I think he's done a great job of not getting sped up. And really the only time I saw him get sped up was when he fielded a bunt against Florida, and he ended up throwing it down the right field line and at a crucial time in the game. Other than that, I mean, I don't think the game is stressed him out, so to speak. He's just going out there and does what he does, and I think he kind of likes it.
And then it seems like Connor has had a tough couple of starts, at least relative to how he was doing early in SEC play. What does he need to do to kind of improve, and how has he been handling that?
He's been handling it real well, bouncing around, staying upbeat. I think he just feels like, he had a couple game slump and he needs to get it together this week. I feel like that, he feels healthy. There's no issues there physically. We just think that, pitch to contact a little more. We'd like to, don't worry about getting strikeouts. And I don't think he is. That's what we tell him. Hey, just let him hit it. We'll field it. And hopefully he'll be good this weekend.
Tom?
Dave, here you are, a chance to win the 4th West in a row. I guess that never gets old, man. What's it like being right in the middle of all this again?
It's fun. This league is something else. And to have an opportunity to win it outright, get a piece of it, it's still right in front of us, would be great. The guys know. We haven't really talked to them about it. We just talked about finishing strong and, putting together some good games and putting together a good tournament, because we know we're not coming back. We're going to stay in Alabama for a while, and talked about a lot of things the other day before practice. And but it's tough to be at the top at the end, especially in the Western Division, in my opinion, because the teams are really good. There's a lot of named teams that have won leagues many times. They've won national championships. So we're going to go out there and do the best we can at Alabama and see if we can get part of it at a minimum, maybe the whole thing.
Their right-hander who's going to start, I guess, tomorrow, the 6'4" kid. What do you know about his stuff?
Just like all of them, he's going to throw the ball 92, 95 miles an hour from the right side with a slider and a changeup, and competes, doesn't walk people. That's a big thing, throwing strikes, making teams swing. He's given them a lot of quality innings, giving them a chance to win, just like he did last weekend. And we just have to do a good job. It really, what it boils down to is offensively, we've got to get some big hits and big spots and keep them from getting big hits and big spots. That's kind of what it seems like it boils down to every game one.
Dave, I was thinking last Saturday that Hagan, he looks like he tired after y'all had like a 6 or 8 pitch at bat. And then their guy looks like he was getting hot, and was the humidity and heat a factor more in Saturday than it had been this year?
Well, it was very, very humid on the field. I don't know if I can blame it on that. It's really hard to say. He's young. He's learning every weekend about, trying to, navigate through these tough lineups. And I'm sure that the experience that he's gained over hopefully the first 9 weekends of conference play are going to help him get through this week and the tournament.
Last thing I got, man, where are you? I can't figure out what that all is behind you.
We are in our meeting room, and as soon as we get done, I'm heading straight to Drake, catch up with the team. We're going to fly out straight into Tuscaloosa and go straight to practice.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
Dudley. Coach, obviously you'd like to have everything wrapped up, but is there some positives to having to have a sense of urgency going into this part of the season?
Well, it's different than last year. I mean, we were still, I don't remember when we wrapped up the West, but we had such a good year. I think we still had to win a game or two on the weekend, but we haven't really had a lot of ups and downs last year. This year, we've definitely had them. We've had to fight. We've had, some heartbreak, and we've had some great wins and some almost wins and frustration. We've had last year was smooth sailing amongst the players, amongst the fans. This year, not so smooth. I think amongst the players been pretty good. Part of the fan base, not so good. And, it's been a little disappointing. We feel like that our guys play hard every day. And we feel like that there's probably maybe 90% of the fans are awesome, and there's 10% that put a lot out there. And I feel bad for the players. And I told them that yesterday. It's all about you. It's about us and our team, and just keep fighting.
And I think you said a few weeks ago you thought 18 wins might be able to win it all. It looks like that's going to be right there on the marker, right at it. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I just felt like looking at it, I don't know how many weeks back, 4 or 5 weeks back, that just looking at the way teams were playing, the way it had gone the first half, that 18 would probably get you part of it, 19 might get it. And, just had looked at some of the schedules and who all had who left. I just felt like that there's going to be some ups and downs, and that might be what it is, unless somebody really got hot. And A&M, they really got hot, especially at home. They got to play I guess, week 8 and 9 at home back to back, and they won all of them. And, they've passed some people and caught us. And, looking back at our schedule, we knew it was going to be a fight down the stretch. We knew it was. And, it's going to be the same going into Alabama. I mean, they're fighting for position. They're fighting to get to a regional, and last weekend at home. So it is exactly what I thought we were going to be.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Coach, you have anything else?
I'm good.
All right. Coach, thanks for the time.
Okay. See you guys.
Our partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, and even next season's futures. And don't forget that the MLB is back as well. Who are you picking to win the World Series? BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and use our promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online, where the game starts.